Alright guys, this is the last video for the Unit 2/3 test. This is Unit 2, Topic 3. Unit 2, Topic 3, triangles. And so these are your test questions. We're going to go over those first. So D is the centroid. The centroid means that your three lines are called medians. And medians have a couple of properties. First, it makes all three of these points midpoints. So those points split each of their respective sides in half. And each median goes from the midpoint to the vertex, like the angle of the triangle. And so there's two different formulas that we had. Well, it depends on how you write it, but we can do the big piece divided by 2, and that will give us the small piece. Same thing, if I have the small piece and I multiply it by 2, that will give me the big one. Small times 2 equals big. And if I have the whole thing, I divide the whole thing by 3, I can get the small piece. So you should be able to visually see between F and D is a lot smaller than between D and C. The whole thing would be from F all the way to C. So from D to C is the big piece. So the big piece divided by 2 will give me that smaller piece. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. All right, my next median goes from B all the way to E. So again, you should be able to see that from B to D, even visually, is much larger than from D to E. So 26 divided by 2 is 13. The bigger piece is always connected to the angle. The smaller piece is always connected to the midpoint. So here's my last median, goes from A all the way to G. From A to D is my larger piece, my big one. So 30 divided by 2 is 15. So let's look at the questions down here. From F to D is 8. A to G is the whole thing. So from A to G is 45. From E to D is 13. All right, the next one. They give me from P to Q is 20. So that whole side is 20. The whole entire median from Q to T is 15. So I'm not going to label that because I don't want to mess up my picture too much. And then from U to V is 8. So let's go through. What do I know that is special about the point U? Good, it's the midpoint. So if that whole side is 20, then that means that each of these pieces is 10. Let's deal with this first. So is the section from U to V the smaller piece or the bigger piece? Good, it's the smaller piece. So if I do the smaller one times 2, it'll give me the bigger one. So that's 16. All right, now from Q to T, that is the whole median. So when I divide the whole median by 3, it will give me the small piece. Is the smaller piece going from V to T or from V to Q? Which one is smaller, V to T or V to Q? Good, V to T is much smaller. So when I do 15 divided by 3, the whole median divided by 3, and I get 5, that's this little piece down here. So how do I get the bigger piece? If the small piece is 5, what's the big piece? 5 times 2 is 10. So let's answer the questions. UQ is that side, so that's 10. QV is 10. VT is 5. And VR is 16. All right, let's look at one more example together and then your practice problems for your redo. And we're only doing this one. So VU is 12. RT is 42, so that's this whole side. From S to P is 18. So I'm not going to write that because S to P is the whole median. And V to T is 15. So let's find RV first. What do you think the distance is from R to V? 12 is the little piece. So 12 times 2 is 24. What do you think it is from S to T? S is the midpoint. So if I do 42 divided by 2, I get 21. All right, from S to P, that whole entire median is 18. So the whole median gets divided by 3. So what is SV? Good. SV is 6, and it doesn't really ask you for it, but what would VP equal? Good. VP would equal 12. All right, and then, so SV is equal to 6. And then find from Q to T. So is this 15 the bigger piece or the smaller piece? So what is this one? This is bigger, so 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. And then QT is that whole entire thing, so 7.5 plus 15. 22.5. All right, so the rest of your problems are the redo.